Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Mojibait. Welcome on in. Good to see you. Crawling. Hello, 99. Crawling 99. Good to see you. Got a new chat thing. So you can see the chat on the screen. And it's working. Let's go. Looks to be good. Inferno, welcome on in. Good to see you. Hello. Right. That looks good. It's got to test one more thing as well. Hang on. Alert box. And then we're going to test subscriber. Did that work? Yay! Thank you, Kevin. Kevin's a made-up person, by the way. I might need to turn that down a little bit though, because that was a bit loud, wasn't it? Let's try again. Nice, nice, nice. Just testing some things out. Cool. You are, or I am? I know I am. So I keep missing when people subscribe or do things in the channel. So I've kind of fixed it. You know, make it a little bit more. Oh, I am. Yeah, I am. Yeah. Just testing a few bits before we get going. Got some stuff to do tonight that I'm excited about. Or it will just get derailed like it normally does, which is always good. But happy Easter, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful break, if you're indeed having a break. It's good to be back. I've got no excuse now. Lord of Gaming, hello, welcome in. Good to see you, dude. Mojibait, can you say something? Mui, hello. Welcome on in. Okay, so it gives a little icon next to your name. That's cool. Hyperactive children. Yeah. I just wanted to make sure that like I can see the difference when I'm. Well, actually, I won't even see that chat, will I? After the fact, I will. Now, part of me wants to move the chat right to the top of the screen, but it seems like a sensible place when I'm gaming, you know. Genpai, welcome back. Good to see you. What distro now? Don't know yet. I mean Debian, I think probably. I've got something that I want to do with Debian. I'm going on a bit of a journey at the moment with learning about different distros, but we'll come on to that in a minute. Let's get a few more people in first. Right, okay. I don't know where to start really. Mui says, I'm glad to see you here again, man. Thank you. Glad to see you too. Yeah, I know, right? Oh, you see it. How did you see it? Are you following me then? Are you following me? You stalking me? Oh, when I was cleaning up my tabs. Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah, it's just... I had a bit of a brain fart. I've done a video on it already. The video's ready to go out, but I don't want to rush it out because the last video's done all right. I don't want to break that flow. So I have got a video poised to go. Oh, I see. Right, you had the repo open for the LGL system loadout thing. Nice. Yeah, so I've got a video coming out soon. And tonight I'm going to test what I cover on the video because there's a couple of other bits and pieces that I want to do. Hey nerd, welcome back Strawberry Kitten, good to see you. Hayden, hello. Welcome back, good to see you. So yeah, gonna mess about with that. There's going to be a bit of AI in tonight's stream, so yeah. Sucks to be you if you don't like AI. Right, what am I going to do? What am I doing? 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 Where should I start? Let's start with building the VM first. Yeah, let's do that. Right, okay. So, oh, this track is so good. Right, let's turn that off. Had a bit of a break, but I'm back now. Well, good to have you back, dude. Gonna go over to main. We're gonna open up this one. So I've got a couple of new tools. When I say a couple of new tools, I've got a new script that we're going to be messing around with. We're going to do this bit first. So we're going to mess about with Debian first. Wait, what AI you use though? Does it matter? I use OpenAI. I use OpenCode. I use Claude. They're the main three. And I run them all in my wonderful tool over here, which I absolutely love to bits, called Z. And I can just switch between either Claude, Codex, which is OpenAI, and OpenCode. Very cool. Appreciate the suggestions, dude. Members get to choose the distros that I try out. Mew, well that's interesting. I use Duck AI. I've never heard of Duck AI. I downloaded Codex today. Nice. Did I just see Black Dawn? I hear you. There you are. Z. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, that's your fault, dude. That's 100% your fault. So what it was, I was in a chat with the Black Dawn on Discord, and he was showing me his Vim setup and how he's made it look really, really cool. And he said something about Z, and I looked up Z and opened it up, and it looked very much like the setup that Black Dawn has, but it wasn't Vim. So I installed it, and I've been using it ever since. So thank you very much, the Black Dawn. Right, file, new virtual machine. I need to make it bigger because one of the things I had the problem with when I made the video was the actual disk didn't have enough memory. Yeah, there is still time. I'm still new. I'm only a year in, and I'm not a developer, so I don't feel like I should be using Vim, you know. So yeah, forward. We're going to go and we're going to use the Debian Live 1340 standard ISO. So we're going to do that. We are going to make more memory. What would it be? 4096? Yeah. Slow maths. And then we're going to go for 4. We're going to go for 30 gig. And then we're going to customize it because we want to make it UEFI. What we're going to do is call it Debian Installer. Installer. There we go. Debian Installer. Yeah, we'll do that. Finish. Change it to UEFI. I'm not worried about GPU acceleration. It's all good as long as you don't fall for the Emacs propaganda. You know me. I don't fall for no propaganda. I'm a stubborn git that likes to find out this shit on his own. The amount of people in the comments that say, you should try this. Oh, try this. Do this. Do that. I was like, no. You obviously don't know me. I mean, you obviously don't know me. Right, so we actually have got an installer here, but we're not doing that. We're doing that. Let's make it a bit bigger. There we go. Now what do we do? Well, actually, what I'm going to do... So I'll show you what gave me the idea. There's two things. Let me just go... Can I just shut that off, actually? No, we're going to start. We're going to do it. We're going to go from here. Debian, woot woot. Don't you know, British propaganda is when you take a really good look. Well, I can't make that any bigger, unfortunately. So it is what it is. Black Dawn. I'm probably going back to Z and Helix. 100%. I can't get fully used to NeoVim. I was NeoVim. I don't know what it is. Right. What am I doing? We are going to go. So the first thing I need to do is sudo apt install. I need to install git because that's where the script is. Install git. I could curl and grab it that way, but the the honest thing is that the URL is far too long for me to type, so it's easier actually for me to just clone the repo and run it from there. Much easier. And actually the words that I'm typing now probably would actually be the same length as the actual repo, the raw script rather, but I can't remember that. Git clone, https, github.com/Linux gamer life / Debian installer. We're going to ls that. We're going to change directory into there, and we're going to go chmod plus execute to the Debian installer, and then / sudo / Debian installer. Now this is version 1 of the Debian installer that I've made, and by me making it, I vibe coded. Z seems decent in my humble opinion. I'm not fond of VS Code Codium though. I actually tried VS Code and I tried Codium. To each their own and all that though. I'm just so used to Vim, not even NeoVim. Oh, they're different things, are they? Yeah, no, so yeah, Zed's been the first one that I've actually getting my head around. All I even use is ale. and you complete me. Hey, Randy. Opinion on Tumbleweed. I think Tumbleweed is very underrated. A very good friend of mine who is a proper developer. In fact, he runs his own business on developing shit. He runs Tumbleweed, so I'm very fond of it. But I think it's very underrated. And I've actually done an install script for openSUSE. So yeah. Right, okay, so what we need to do. So this is the basic. So let me tell you a little bit of a story. Arch has this this way of installing, right? You boot up from the ISO and it takes you straight into TTY. And I covered this on the video, and it'll be more succinct on the video. But you either have to go through and do all of the commands yourself, so setting up the partitions and all that stuff yourself, or you can use Archinstall script. And that got me thinking, because we was messing about with Ubuntu last weekend. I wonder if you can do that with Debian, because Ubuntu makes too many decisions for you. And ultimately, I mean, Ubuntu is a Debian base, right? So I thought, I wonder if we can do that. So then I started looking at the different distros that are available, and I found the standard one, which hasn't got anything on it, and boots you straight into TTY if you select the boot to TTY bit. And I did that, and then I started vibe coding, and this is where we've ended up. So there we go. So what I'm going to do is change the host name, and we're going to change the host name to LGL Debian, and then we're going to change the username to LGL. Time zone's fine, keyboard layout's fine, package is fine. We need to change it from plan mode to apply mode. So we can do that, and then we're going to hit enter. And we're going to put in the drive. Now, I haven't tested this on anything other than a VM. So if you mess about with it, that's on you. Password for root, we're going to make it really simple. Password for username. Let's go. Tumbleweed is good. I agree, it's often underrated, absolutely. From what I can tell, it's very much for dev work. I never tried it myself, so can't really give a proper input, but I've heard it's really good in general. Yeah, it's good. I mean, when I went through the... there was two distros that I tried. Obviously, there was openSUSE Tumbleweed, and I did that as part of my test distros challenge. How fast can I get to gaming on base distro or an independent distro? And that one came out fine. There's a couple of things on there I just didn't recognise, but I think a reboot would have sorted it. Now I know. And then the second thing, the second one was Regatta OS. Yeah, I think that's based on openSUSE. That is very underrated. It's a great distro, and I remember the actual the launcher in it is the best I've seen. Yes, Strawberry Kitten. This does use debootstrap. Yeah. So basically, I've got it. So it automatically. So the script basically runs through. It sets up the partitions, sets up your locale, allows you to put in your root credentials and your user credentials, and then once it's done all that, it then launches debootstrap. And then goes through that process, and then you end up, and then it installs the bootloader, and then when you reboot, you just end up back in TTY. Here we go. So we've got US. Yeah, I don't know why it's done that, because I didn't actually tell it to put the. Maybe I just need to remove the keyboard bit from the early script. Maybe I should make a note of that actually. Make some notes. Remove keyboard option from script, because it looks like it loads. I can't remember what they're called. Is it a task scale or something? I don't know. Let's get back into it. So we can then just do that. US ATF, UTF. There we go. Pixel Glitch. Hello. What are we doing? We basically are. I've built a install script for Debian. I'm just testing because I'm convinced now. I am 99% convinced that distro choice doesn't matter. 100% convinced it does not matter. There, I've said it. So I'm just exploring that. I just want to reinforce it to get it to 100%. The problem with Regatta is no snapshots like Tumbleweed. Says they have also 6.1 with no kernel testing 6.1 etc. But you can fix all that yourself, right? If you, if you're that way inclined, you can fix all that yourself. You can use time. I was going to say time splitter. Then that's a game, isn't it? Time shift and stuff like that. You can. Yeah. Regatta is to Tumbleweed what Big Linux is to Manjaro, from what I understand. I don't know Big Linux. I'm getting there, Mojibate. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I think we all are, aren't we, Randy? I think whatever stage we're at in our Linux journey, we are all still learning. And I'm loving it. Right, it looks like we're done. Looks like we're done. So in theory, if I reboot... No, can't do that. Not on Debian. What is it? It is System D. So it's System Control Power Off. And this should take us into Grubby Dub Dub. Right, now last time, on my video that I did yesterday, I installed the minimal KDE, but this time we're going to go all in. So we're going to go LGL and then password, and then we're going to go sudo apt install task dash KDE desktop. We're going to go all in on KDE. Let's go. Oh, I really did enjoy Big Linux. Really enjoyed the out-of-box setup and theming. Nice. 100% still learning. Absolutely. Linux is like the guitar. You can play for years and years and still... Do you know what? That's a great analogy. I play the guitar as well. I've got a nice Takamine, I've got a nice Ibanez, and I've got a Yamaha bass. Can totally relate to that. Be the weirdo. Embrace the init 6. Not yet. Calm down. Calm down. I'll get there. Pixel Glitch, just got my first via commands. No, sorry, via compatible mice. Don't know what that means. Thanks, Lord. Who came up with that protocol? It is golden on Linux. Being able to customize all peripheral settings in the browser. I just use an open link hub, open hub link, whatever it's called. Ramsey's in the house. Hello, welcome on in. Happy Sunday. Good to see you. So whilst that's doing that, what we'll do is try and get the mouse to work again. And we're just going to oh, come on. Where's the mouse? Mouse. There we are. Got it. We'll jump onto here and we'll go to GitHub. And then we'll go to repos. Actually, what we'll do is we'll go big screen for you. And see if I can make any headway of what's in the script. So this is basically what it is. So Takamine, yeah. VIA allows you to create and use layers on keyboards and stuff. It's great. Oh, okay. Jacqueline, hello, welcome back. Good to see you. Happy Easter to you too. Been running Fedora 44 beta KDE on my laptop with Cache OS KE on my mini PC. Now testing both at the same time to see which I stick to. Nice. So this tells you how to use it. So if you want to mess about with it and build a VM, do it in a VM. If you destroy your own setup, that's on you. I'm not taking any responsibility for it. Actually, I think we do need to add, create a new file. I thought you could automatically do a license file. How do you do that? Publish your first package. I don't know. Is the script a clone of Archinstall? No. Well, when I vibe coded it, I referenced Archinstall. So I said make a script that's similar to Archinstall. So it is based off of. Well, I say based off of it. That's where the idea come from. But it's basically a Python script. I haven't got a clue. I can kind of understand what some of the things are that's in here. Obviously, I can set all this, configure all this, change the partitions. Does all that stuff. Choice captures all your choices. Got your options there. What else have we got? And then it does. Where's the actual deboot? Format file system mount, bootstrap, live install prerequisites. Create users, install bootloader, cleanup, save state, load state. So it's even got a where it saves the config whilst you're working on it. Titanium train. I'm going to install Linux Mint on my laptop. That's awesome. For the 4th time. Why for the 4th time? Ramsey super tunes like always. I know, right? It's the same. I play the same playlist every week, but I love it. Toxic. Oh, I see that. Yeah, toxic. Yo, I finally got my games running on Arch. Nice. Good job. Let's make that big again. Hey, you know what's a good Mint-based distro, Tommy? I tried out Last OS. Nice. Never heard of that one. The more I'm messing about with different distros, the more I prefer the base. And I don't mean, well, I like base anyway, right? But I mean base distros. Have you tried the new Wine update? I don't know what trying Wine update looks like, but it is installed. I've not gone out of my way to look at it. I got a new mini PC on Wednesday, an i5 12500T, 16 gig of RAM, 1TB SSD, all for no way, dude. That RAM, you could sell that RAM and get your money back. Just sell half of the RAM and you'll probably get the money back. That is a steal. See a message on YouTube saying I'm so close to giving up. Oh, hello. The RAM and SSD is worth more than the 85. I know, right? Miri, not gonna lie, I really wanted to try out Arch Linux as well, but my experience with my internet is extremely limited. Might cause my boot corruption, which happens quite often. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, because you have to pull it all down, don't you? I don't know if there is a version like a full ISO version, but even then, when you go to update, you've got to use the internet, right? Pixel glitch in my laptop. I got 63 gig of DDR5 RAM, 232 gig sticks, keeping them for rainy days. Nice. Titanium says, I had some problems back and forth with Mint and tried Vanilla Arch and CachyOS, but in the end, for my old 960M NVIDIA, Mint is the best option. So yeah, here I go again. Well, good luck, dude. Yeah, I'm not a fan of laptops. I mean, I'm talking to you guys on an old, a 2019 MacBook Air i5 with 8GB of RAM, and it sounds like it's going to take off from my desk any minute already, and all I'm doing is watching the stream. I could probably cook an egg on it, so it's going to die at some point. Oh, we're done. Right, okay. So what do we do? What have we just done? Install KDE. So what we need to do is system ctl set default graphical target. So basically that is saying when you reboot, go into your desktop environment and not into the multi-user target, which is the TTY. Okay, so that's what that's going to do. And then what we've got to do is, I think I could reboot now, and I don't know, but what I'm going to do anyway. So what we're going to do now is we're going to enable now SDDM, which is the SDDM, which is the login manager. And we're going to enable it now. So this should just take me straight to the login screen after I put my password in a few times. Yes. Pixel Glitch has got a Tuxedo Infinity Book Pro Gen 8. Banger for anything Linux related. Nice. Damn, a Mac. I used to run Gen 2 on my MacBook Pro 2012. Nice. Yeah, I've got a MacBook Air, which is my son's old one. I gave him my M2. I had an M4 MacBook Air, and I gave that to him for Christmas. And I stole his MacBook Air. But I've also got an M4 Mac Mini, which I use for editing. Moo says, okay, the question is that Linux Mint is great, but the Cinnamon desktop is not quite the best experience, I say, which before I use KDE Plasma, just install KDE Plasma, dude. Ask me later and I'll show you. And it was much better for most games. The new Plasma login manager is just SDDM with some fixes, still requires systemd to function. Yeah, I've got no issue with systemd at all. Isn't Plasma login manager the new greeter for Plasma 6? Yes. I wish I was enough smart to learn Gen 2 and how to compile things. Just do it. Just start with Linux, and then start with Linux. Start with other stuff. Learn it, and then go on to Gen 2 and just do it. Just stick it in a VM. Pixel Glitch, Randy, but Pinball traded a MacBook Air M2 for it. Also, yeah, the distro is meh. You can always install Plasma on Emerge anyway. Titanium Gen 2 handbook is fantastic, and the compiling is mostly handled by Emerge. And okay, cool. Shashank, hello, welcome on in. I installed Nabara. It's amazing. I wanted to install Debian, but I couldn't be bothered with figuring out the NVIDIA drivers. Yeah, a lot of people have issues with NVIDIA drivers, and I do have kind of a plan that I was hoping to execute this week, but not got around to it. Sorry, Mojibate. To try and do that at some point, so we shall see. One thing I love about Gen 2 is that it's very difficult to break. Right, let's get logged into here. So what have we done so far? We launched Debian into TTY live install. We run my vibe coded scripts to set up the partition, the users, and all that stuff. and then to run dboot install, which is the Archinstall kind of equivalent. It's like Archinstall but less. Then we rebooted, oh, and it installed grub as well. And we rebooted, landed on grub, selected our install, landed back in TTY. We then installed the task, and what I have learned on Debian is task is similar to group on DNF. So task is a group of stuff that you install. So we've done that for KDE, and that's where we are now. Nice. So next. Excellent. So we are now in Debian. So what I'm going to do is change the display config to that one. And I know it's hurting your eyes, it's hurting my eyes too. Let me fix that, hang on. We're then going to go global theme. Obviously Breeze Dark. And then we're going to go desktop wallpaper. We're going to pick, what one should we pick? That one. That'll do. Well, I don't know that one. That one? Actually, that's quite topical right now, isn't it? Let's leave that one on. Not blaming Linux for the NVIDIA drive. I'm not blaming Linux for the NVIDIA drivers, by the way. Stupid NVIDIA is the only one that has CUDA support. I don't care. If I'm going to be honest. Is that all of the chat coming on the screen, or is it going off the screen? I mean, I say that I am going to test NVIDIA if I get one, when I get one. Toxic's kind of, it's not that uncommon for newer folk to pollute their world file, which will often be a time bomb of circular dependencies. Also seen some rather questionable make configs. Are the new NVIDIA GPUs supported properly? I've got no idea. Toxic. I've got an RTX 3050 6GB GPU on the Tuxedo. So far, never had any problems with NVIDIA drivers. To team anyway, I already donated to Mint and KDE Foundation. Maybe I will drop a couple of bucks again. Damn. Typos. Always use dark mode because the light attracts bugs. 100% pixel. Moji Bake, that is so kind of you, dude. I was hoping to get over this week, but just time's got away. So Moji Bake's going to donate a 3060 to the channel so I can mess about with NVIDIA drivers and pull my hair out. Right, okay, so the first thing we need to do is go to system, go to console, and we're just going to pin that to the taskbar because that's how I roll. And then we're going to go sudo apt upgrade. Just go straight for it. Okay, nothing to do. Well, you can't do reboot on this one, can you? No, but what you can do is go there we go. So there's two things I want to do, and I'm pretty sure there's people in the chat that can help me with this. And that is one, the repos situation. I need to understand how the repos work on Debian. And two is kernel, updating the kernel. Thanks, Mojibate. Appreciate that, dude. That comment was for the chatters that will yell at me to switch to AMD or tell me I'm stupid. No, not at all, dude. You use whatever you want to use, man. And it works. We know it works, and you can get things working. There's no judgment in this channel or in this stream. None at all, right? The most important thing is that we're all running Linux. I can't really comment on in the video because I've not really tried it. So, right, okay, so we're there. We're done. So it's given us Conqueror. Joe, I've never used Conqueror. What is Conqueror? Oh, okay. Is it a browser? It's a browser. Huh? Right, so let's open up this. I had this before. What? I thought a reboot fixed it. Let's try it again. What I really love about Linux is that everyone can use it. 100%, yeah. Oh, there we go. That's weird. So we go down to settings and then go, we'll do integrate Flatpak. So Flatpak, is that done now? Home, settings. We're not doing that one. So we do update, refresh. Hey Jay, how you doing? Who cares what you use? You use what you want. It works for you, then that's all that matters. Sod the haters. 100% Hayden. That's what we're all about here. We're distro agnostic. So Jay, I mean, to be honest with you, I would try out a few. Bazzite is a good place to start if you just want to do gaming. If you want to do more than gaming, then something like Nabara. If you want to be like on the edge with all of the latest stuff, then something like CashOS would be cool. If you want to dive into it and do a bit more yourself, go for a base distro like Fedora or Debian or one of those. Or yeah, there's just so many choices, dude. But if you want my honest opinion, I would say start with Bazzite, but be prepared to change. Or Fedora and my app. That's the other option. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention my experience with EndeavourOS was fantastic so far. Nice. What's the advantage of using Flatpaks over the default package manager? So personally, I tend to use Flatpaks for things like email clients and browsers because I actually quite like them being in a sandbox. But other things like SteamOS, where permissions can be a bit of a challenge, or other applications where you can get the native version. When you install a Flatpak, it installs all of the dependencies that it needs to run that app, and then you can install another Flatpak and it will install all of the dependencies it needs for that app. And the thing is those two apps that you just stored could have 80% of the same dependencies, but now you've just used up twice the space for them, because every Flatpak needs the dependencies in order to run that app. So if you've got plenty of space, then it doesn't really matter. But if you're a little bit concerned about space and you want to save some space, then yeah, go for the native version. One of the advantages with Flatpaks is they can often be newer than the native versions, but not always. So there's a little bit of a toss-up. So I would say just find your way with them, to be honest. I've not used Endeavour myself, but find the people that do use it always speak highly of it. Yeah. I wouldn't recommend Arch. I wouldn't necessarily recommend Fedora unless you use my app. Nabara's a good one. Bazzite's a good one. Kashi's a good one. I'm not convinced about anything that's built on Arch right now. I'm a little bit worried about the how packages are handled. I'm still learning that one. PicoOS is a good one. That's Bleeding Edge as well. So that's rolling release, isn't it now? I think Nabara's a rolling release. Also depends what you say. You've got AMD GPU and CPU. What have you got though? Flatpak makes use of common. Does it really? It's news to me. I personally hate dealing with Flatpaks, but I'm also an Arch user and a lot of the stuff is on AUR, so I don't need them anyway. Nice. Virtual Base Boost, hello. Welcome in. Believe it or not, Arch can be quite outdated, relatively. What do you mean by that? Firefox. Is that this one? Oh, have you already got it installed? Oh, I didn't know that. Right, there we go. We've got our browser sorted. Oh, I'm sat across LED and my things. For example, Electron has not been updated in months. Element Desktop is dependent on that and therefore doesn't get updated. But I don't think that's anything to do with Arch though, is it? Is that more to do with Electron? Mui says the weird part about CachyOS when I used it, it doesn't have the AUR or Yay by default. While it uses Pacman as default. Yeah, I think that one of the good things about CachyOS, which I actually quite liked when I messed about with it early on, was the fact that it doesn't make all of the choices for you. And that's one of the things that makes me less of a fan to other distros. Because they make a lot of decisions for you. So what Glorious Egg Roll Thomas has done with Nobara is incredible. It's an absolutely incredible operating system. But there's so many choices that are made for you. I want to make those choices myself, you know. Maybe just me. So Flatpaks are useful for dependency management and don't containers impact the performance. No, I've not experienced it. I've not experienced any of that toxic, to be honest. I mean, I've got a fairly good system though. So Topsy, hello, welcome back. Good to see you. If you're okay with Kashi, then Arch is almost identical, but is your build, dude, so no one can tell you what to do or what not to use. Yeah, that's the other thing. This is why I'm doing this, because I like the idea of building it up from scratch. And I don't mean building Linux from scratch, because that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about building the distro from scratch. I could write an entire dissertation on how much I dislike before you do that, Moji, finish that video off. I don't want to do too much tinkering, so Bazzite might be the best for you. That's where I would start, to be honest. Flatpak and Snap, oh my god, kick them out. No, I actually quite like Flatpak, Freeze. But you do you, dude. Snap, kind of agree with. And the only reason I have an issue with Snap is because Canonical are forcing it on people. The concept of sandboxing, I'm on board with in certain circumstances. But the fact that Ubuntu are pushing it on you, Freeze, don't worry about age verification, dude. There's nothing to worry about. All those big YouTubers going on about how it's the end of the world, it's bullshit. Don't worry about it. Muri, just don't get it wrong or anything. Cashiers, customize Arch. Like highly customized, yeah. What do you mean no notification? What? What are you on about? Hey, Zero Linux, good to see you. Yep, absolutely, Mojibake. Nahen, hello Nahen. I used to use Nabara, but now I use Fedora, which I find easier than Nabara. Don't know why. I think it feels more like it's your own system, doesn't it? That's what I feel like with Fedora. It feels like it's my system because I've made the changes to it. Jammy Yank Jane, hello. What are we trying today? I'm messing about with Debian, so I'm building Debian up from scratch, basically, kind of like the Arch install process, but I've just done it with Debian. We've just landed on the desktop environment, which is really cool. And now, yeah, got to work out what to do next. You don't have to give your ID. Freeze. Don't worry about it. Seriously, it's a non-issue. Even if Fedora or Ubuntu or any of those Linux companies do something with age verification, don't worry about it, because somebody's going to build a distro that gets you around it anyway. I'll even have a go at building a distro that gets around it. So don't worry about it. It's a non-issue. Apple and Microsoft, yeah. Linux, no, not an issue. Don't mention it again. It winds me up. Virtual Base Boost. The Electron package has been was last updated and it's been flagged out of date. We're already 2 major Electron releases. But that's down to Electron though, right? Oh shit. Been chatting too long that it's now locked me out. And it's only for gaming. Yeah, I mean, yeah, game. Oh, obviously, I game on Fedora. I stream on Fedora. Do everything on it. Freeze. Stop. Right, that's the last comment on this, please. Just if you have to enter a date, just put 1st of the 1st, 1907. But you won't. In the same way that you don't have to put your email in, and you don't have to put your telephone number in, and you don't have to put your address in. All those fields are there. So if app makers want to use them, they can. And it will be exactly the same with age verification. And it's not age verification at the moment. It is in Brazil. But in Colorado and California, it's age attestation. But I don't want to talk about it because it winds me up. By the way, my home tab got hit. Oh, mate, that sucks, dude. You need to get out of there. Hey, Samus. Hi, I use Linux as well. Nice. What one do you use, dude? No, again, that's not up to Electron. It's up to Arch maintainer pulling in the updates from upstream. Oh, okay. So you're saying that upstream Electron is up to date, but Arch is just not bothering. Got ya. What is Firefox? I don't know what the ESR stands for, to be honest. No idea. Maybe somebody more clued up can answer that, or I can Google it in a minute. Samus, I used Endeavour OS for a year, and this year I installed Arch. Nice. Free says, what's your favourite distro? Currently it's Fedora. I don't think that will change anytime soon because I'm really enjoying it. I think the most... So there's two that I really enjoyed when I tried them out. And they're very, very different from each other. In fact, there's three. Pico OS, I really enjoyed the experience. Regatta OS, I really enjoyed the experience. And if I was ever to change from Fedora, it would probably be Nix. Major Baked is a support old version. Rapid is being Edge version. Got ya. Extended support release. Oh, nice. And your point being Freeze? So what distro do you use, Freeze? Tell me that. Tell me what distro you use. Oh, you're one of them, right? Okay, that's cool. You do know that the kernel that you're using right now is actually paid for by Microsoft and Google, right? You understand that, yeah? Hayden, no worries, dude. There you go, cool. What? I whiffed. Wait, what? Toxic, the Nix documentation is frankly very lacking, at least when I last read it. Also, it has a very steep learning curve. Yeah, I mean, I did a video on it. Just so happens I did a video on it. Where is it? Oh, you're boring the hell out of me now. There we go. Easier to deal with that way. I got to say, I like OpenRC much more than systemd. Not for any recent topical reason. Thoughts on GNOME? I'm thinking about testing it. I'd say do it. Test it. I've not really used GNOME. And actually, I tried GNOME 50 last week, but I didn't have it for very long. If you saw the video, you'd know that I didn't have it for very long. And yeah, I think it's fine. I mean, I'm quite settled on KDE right now and really enjoy it. Have no interest. I mean, Cinnamon almost drew me away, and that's GNOME based, right? When I say that Fedora is amazing and it's my second favourite distro, there is no S tier, all A tier, but Fedora is the first, I'd say. Nice. I never tried it for a longer period. I have always used Hyperland and Sway. Yeah, I don't know. I've never used Hyperland or Sway. So I don't have anything to say on that really. Oh, what was it doing? Oh, Ststick's fix is amazing, by the way. I was going to mention him before. This guy is freaking amazing. I love him to bits. Right, okay, what am I doing? Going to my channel. View my channel. I'm going to scroll, go and look at the videos. Scroll all the way down. You can tell the evolution of my thumbnails, can't you? I tried that's Solus. That's openSUSE. Debian. Arch. What was that one? Hardcore, so that would have been Void. And then this one's the next one. I set out to try 6 different base or independent. So I had lots of fun with this one. Drivers. I actually read the manual on this one. Look, Jesus. Have I heard about StillOS? No, I haven't. Morky, I see you are Beards Meat Food enjoyer. 100%. Dude's awesome. I love it. There's a new one, isn't it? Every Sunday. So I've got that to watch later. What extension are you using that shows the subs and VPH of your YouTube videos? Looks good. It's vidIQ. Yeah, vidIQ. Thanks, Mojimate. Muri. My opinion about GNOME, it is an amazing desktop environment if you use laptop. It's clean, looks amazing, but the only downfall about it is the extensions are getting outdated and might cause issue. I did get Nix pilled so fast. It was the one that I was really close to. I just love the whole set it and forget it bit, but I'm too much of a tinkerer. Right, where was I? Okay, so now we've got... Oh, that's what I was doing. So if I install that, launch that, and then we're just going to go and look at... see, this annoys me. Manage more settings. Shortcuts. Recommended stories. Okay, general. Go back to there. That's better. This is how it should look, and then I should turn on the things that I want to turn on. If I was to go down the GNOME route, it would be with Cinnamon, because I actually did like Cinnamon. Might be worth a vid or stream on one day to try out Nix packages on Fedora or something. Maybe. Maybe one day. Right, so what we want to do is... Right, okay. First thing is Steam install on Debian. So there must be... I'm missing a repo. Why... Oh. Why is it not dark mode? There we go. Can you believe I'm reading the manual? Append the contrib component to the main line in your etc app sources list. Non-free. Let's just make it really clear. You can use the Dark Reader extension on Firefox. Yeah, I know. But I don't like the permissions that has, dude. So saying here, enable contrib. Let's just make that. Oh, I haven't got my thing installed. Damn it. That's fine. Debian repo list. Sources list. Which one is it? Here we go. Bookworm main non-free firmware. Non-free firmware. That's all firmware. Contrib. Debian archive. Moo said, I did try GNOME with Fedora before trying to install the KDE version. You can use that. Oh yeah, I've read that. Read that already. Right, okay. So, free distribution, source code derived works. Here is an example of the very source for Trixie. If you add the contrib. Wait, what? Oh, that's not the right one. Close that. Oh, is it just this? So it'll be main. Non-free. Do I need to do key rings though? Wait, what's all that about then? I personally far preferred TWMs, but GNOME was fine, a very visually cohesive desktop, but I dislike its reliance on extensions for what many consider basic functionality. Yeah, that's one of the issues with Cinnamon actually. I really liked the, but then again, it's the same on KDE. The panel, you have to install an extension on Cinnamon in order to make the panel transparent, but you have to do that on KDE as far as I'm aware. So what's the difference between Bookworm and Debian, Trixie, mate? So is it the same names, do you think? Contrib. Bookworm is testing if I'm not mistaken. Ah, okay, thanks dude. Thanks Bruno. Good to see you, dude. Oh, I forgot to mention, I've tried to run Dark Souls Remastered, but yuck, it's slow motion issue. I kept getting, yeah, it's a bit annoying. What did you run that on? Oh, okay, that makes sense. Thank you. So if I now go, if I just go sudo apt update. There we go. SID is testing and unstable. Nice. Okay, so we are going to do that because that kind of makes sense. dpkg add architecture i386. Do we still need to do that? And we'll do sudo update. But I do need to make a note of this. So we're just going to go over to here. Add contrib non-free repo. Add i386 architecture. Now I don't want to actually do the Steam install in the script, but I do want to add these repos. Any other repos that I should add? Had to think about it for a sec. Moo Proton. What do you mean you can't? What? Are you running it through Steam or through Lutris? What's the launcher? What launcher are you using for it? I do want to make sure that this is work though. So apt install. Okay, so that's fine. That's good. What does it install? Okay, that's good. So I'm guessing in order to do the newer kernels, then I'm going to have to enable SID as well then, aren't I? Kernel 6.17 kernel install on Debian Trixie repository. There we go. So that's Backports. Oh, okay. Have a look what this means. Make the screen smaller, it's not so bright. You're running Debian stable because you prefer the stable Debian tree. It runs great, but there's one problem. The software is a little bit outdated compared to other distributions. Backports Backports are recompiled packages from testing, mostly, and unstable in a few cases. Okay. Configuring your... I used Heroic Launcher because I've got the game from SteamRip. So yeah, I've installed prefixes and everything. So yeah, I've got the game running. Did search and found that the game has FPS lock. Ah, okay. Wait, what's this Synaptic then? Is that... Oh, I don't want to do that. Sudo apt install Synaptic. Which was really the reason why I has a slow motion FPS drop. Have you tried something like Proton GE or Cache Proton, or is it just the standard Proton? Software on your system is organized in so-called packages. The package manager enables you to install, to upgrade, or to remove software packages. You should reload the package manager package information regularly, otherwise you could miss important security upgrades. Changes are not applied instantly. You have to mark all changes first, then apply them. You can mark packages for installation, upgrade, or removal in several ways. Select the package and choose the action. Double click on the package name. Choose the action from the context menu of the package. Click on the status icon to open a menu that contains all actions. Okay, no, I don't want to show that again. Well, I've never seen this before. I do find that Proton G usually works best with Heroic. Nice. So we go to settings, repositories. Okay, so basically this is just the so this is the GUI way of messing with them, right? Let's move that over here. In the following dialog box, select the tab third-party software. Wait, what? Settings, repositories. I don't see that. Copy the repository, put add source button. Oh, hang on, new. Oh. I did try the G Proton. It works well for some games, but Dark Souls has that problem even on Windows, as I heard people use Cheat Engine just to make the game perform. Ah, okay. Add CD-ROM. This has got to be old. Aaron, hello, welcome on in. Good to see you. Hello, I'm just getting back into Linux and not sure which distros to use as I'm looking at Fedora or CachyOS. I would say try them both. Don't commit to any of them, give them both a go. Cachy is going to give you a much easier time because it does a lot of the setting up for you, or makes it easier for you to set it up. Fedora is a little bit more hands-on. To get things like gaming and stuff like that, you have to do a little bit more hands-on. But I prefer the update path that Fedora does. So it does a regular update upgrade every 6 months, and then just keeps things up to date throughout that 6 months, and then it does a massive update, whereas CachyOS is updating all the time. So it depends on what kind of update cycle you prefer. So I would just say try both of them. If you do Fedora, feel free to go over to my GitHub and try out my app. It might help you along the journey. But CachyOS kind of has those apps already built into it. But my advice is to try both and see which one works best for you. Well, I'm kind of stuck here. Oh, hang on, it's there, look. So it's Trixie Backports main. So it's just Trixie Backports. What the hell? So if I go back to here and go to repositories and then go to here, can I edit it? Settings, repositories. Okay, and then we're going to go reload. Let me go back into oh, it's already in there. We might as well just add the non-free firmware as well, aren't we? Copy. Let's just move that across a little bit. Go Trixie Backports main, non-free, contrib, and then non-free firmware, and then go Oh, I did play. Hang on, I did try. Okay, no, I'm caught up with the chat. Cool. Skipping acquire of config file that. Right, I'm guessing it's because I'm not on unstable. On stable. Add new file at sources Debian backport sources. So nano etc. No, hang on a second. Sudo. No. And etc. apt. Sources list. .d. Debian. I have to make this one. Okay, Debian dash backports. Sources. Waiting for me to break it. Thanks, dude. Okay. Still not working. I don't want to use AI just yet. I'm going to try something. Nope, that doesn't work on here, does it? No, I don't want to do that. Let's just do it the old-fashioned way. You watch, it'll break now. This isn't going to do anything, by the way. I'm not going to lie, I love the idea of using virtual machines to try out Linux and just mess with them. Yeah, 100%. It's been so good just doing that, Moo. Okay, we're going to have to use the... The thing is, there's no point if people are going to be using the script. They're going to know what they're doing. Right, let's just go and pop that in here and see what AI's got to say. Oh, I'm not logged in, so it's not going to let me have AI, is it? ChatGPT. Oh, nice. Aaron Hall just said, nice, I found your channel looking up Fedora and think of trying your Fedora KDE with cashew kernel. Yeah, that'd be cool. Be interested to hear you get on, dude. Bruno says you can go Debian testing if you're if a new kernel is needed. It will still need not as bleeding edge like Fedora. Well, I wouldn't say Fedora's bleeding edge, but I know what you mean. Yeah, I think it's still going to be 617, isn't it? It's not going to be 619, which I'm on now. Was it 620 now? Can't remember. It's not quite that though. I mean, Nabara is more bleeding edge than Fedora for sure, if that's what you mean. Because it's now it's a rolling release, isn't it? Right, so what's it saying? The warning you're seeing suggests that the issue is with the sources list file on your Debian system, specifically with the repository configuration for the Trixie Backport component. This component seems to be either incorrectly specified or missing from your repository you're trying to access. Here's how you can troubleshoot and resolve this. Check the sources list, which is what we've done. So just pop that over there. I'll pop you over there. And then we're going to go... do that, right, okay. The error could be due to a typo or misconfiguration in that file. So we've done that. Look for any lines referring to that. They might look like this, okay. If you see any references to Trixie Backport, confirm that the component is available in the Debian Trixie repository. If not, you may need to either comment that line out or, right, okay, so how to confirm. Once it's doing that, I'll read the rest. Oh, let's try that actually. Mike, if you want super new kernel on Debian, you could try out the other ones. Mike says there are a lot of things pre-configured and downloaded, so if you're brand new, it's not bad if you just want to get up and running. Yeah, Nabara is great for that, for sure, 100%. The thing is I'm not a fan of rolling releases. Obviously Nabara is a rolling release. And I hardly ever recommend Fedora, and I didn't recommend Fedora until I built my app, which helps get you up and running for gaming and stuff. So now I'm less reluctant to recommend Fedora, but push my app because it's my app that helps you get up and running. And I say my app, my friend Claude helped me with it. So check the picture. Most worry about that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Use the app cache policy. Check which components are enabled in your local system. So what does it mean by components? You'll see a listing. It's missing or found. Apt cache. Try that. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that before. Oh. Catwalker type. I'll get it. Rawhide the way to go. Yeah, nah, I'm good. Rolling releases are kind of catch-22. They're great for getting new stuff, but they also get new stuff that could break. Yeah, no, 100%. Rumi says, at some point I feel like I might get back to Fedora again, possibly, but for now I'll stick with Endeavour. Well, that's it. I mean, if it's working for you, then there's no need to change, and that's kind of where I'm at, right? As you saw from my video, possibly I started with SteamOS, landed on Fedora, and I've not moved since, and I'm trying all these different distros, and I've not come across anything that's made me go, oh my god, I need to leave Fedora right now and try out this distro and run that as a daily drive. None of them's done that to me. Well, Nick's got close, but none of them's done that to me. Of all the ones that I've tried. Go Gentoo and use accept keywords ** and embrace the hemorrhaging edge. So we got it's showing in there. So what's going wrong then? That's personally why I like openSUSE, Tumbleweed. I know some people feel some kind of way about it, but I like the rolling nature. But it's a bit of a slower rolling. Have you looked at openSUSE slow roll? No, I did a video on openSUSE Tumbleweed, and I actually quite like that experience. Hang on, what? Looks like the Trixie Backport component is correctly listed in your package sources and available in both that and that. However, you're still seeing a warning which could be due to a mismatch between the repository configuration and what's available or expected by your system. Here's a few things to check. Check the available backport. So give me an package name. I don't know what I'm looking for. Still doing it. So that's the point for me. I just try anything that makes me comfortable at some point. Yeah, 100%. Zero Linux. The older we get, the slower we want things to be. Chat GPT has no idea. It has more of an idea than I do, Bruno. Mike, slow roll is cool project from what I have read. Basically, you get big updates once per month and security updates throughout the month. Kind of a mix between rolling and stable. Cool project. That does sound quite good, Mike, actually. Try to force install from Backports. So the source list is fine, right? I've not spelt it wrong or something, have I? Trixie Backports. That's fine. Debian is rock solid though. I used it for a while myself. Nice. Also, the annoying part about some Linux distros is their constant updates, like what Arch has, which might break some stuff. Yeah, that can be a challenge. I mean, it's the same on Fedora. I mean, every Thursday I tend to do all my updates every Thursday, and yeah, sometimes it does a kernel update or a KDE update, and some things just a little bit flaky, but not all the time. Right, I'm bored now. I'll come back to that. What should we do next? I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm trying not to just tell you what and stuff, but as a hint or push, Backport should be on its own line. Oh, Less bored now. Turn Debian into Arch. Yeah. Jacqueline, Archian. Debitch. Oh, cool. I'm third. Yeah, you're third. Oh my god. Archian. Fedorian. No. I don't know. No. You might be onto something there. Let me just so I'm guessing it'd be the same though, right? Well, does this need to be different as well? Yeah, kind of, Mike. I've built out a installer script similar to Archinstall for Debian, and we're just trying to get a little bit further. Main in the end. We've already got main there, though, have we? Trixie main, or is it? Are you saying that we need to put Backports main? Nope. It's made it worse. Right, keep it coming. Keep. I don't mind the comments coming in now. The alternative is ChatGPT. I don't know how far behind the chat is. Actually, it's not that far. Oh, hang on. Do I need to go? Let me just do that. Hey, Nato Oriole, how you doing? The peak of using Linux, making it easier to get for everyone. 100%. What's the other file I was messing with? No, actually, I want that one. Where is it? Where's that one gone? Hey, doing, Nate? Good to see you, dude. I've lost that. No, sources list. Oh, hang on. Oh, it's because I've deleted it. Right, okay, let's just go CD to there. List that. Sudo rm. I should be able to just do it from that, right? What am I doing? Messing around with Debian. So I started off by building Debian, I don't want to say from scratch because it wasn't, but from TTY, using a script that I've vibe coded to get us at least to the desktop. Well, get us to the an installed version of Debian at TTY. Then I installed KDE, get to the desktop, and now I'm trying to work out how I can add repositories to do two things. One is to install stuff like Steam, which we've done already, and the other one is to work out how we can install a newer kernel whilst on Trixie. Next weekend we'll be installing all distros I want to mess with in VMs, keeping them up to date. Nice. I will clone one I want to mess with clone not main. Got ya. Yeah, that's already in there, dude. Also, your sources list. This likely needs the main control. What, on the same line? That's already there. Wait, what? I don't understand. Downloading PicoOS now. Nice. I haven't tried PicoOS for a while, actually. Pika. So we're going to write that out. Exit out of there. I just want to grab this. So the fact that I've learned that Git thing was literally made by the same guy who made Linux here. Maybe in the future Zero will do away with bootloader completely. What would that achieve? You shouldn't use both. That's how I had it before though, wasn't it? Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Okay, I get you. So basically, we'll get rid of this line. And then we do Trixie Backports. Hey. Oh, well, it worked. Sorry. That seemed to work, dude. Have I just broken it? That my logical brain kicked in and joined things together. Okay, cool. You can't use Trixie and Trixie Backports is kind of what I took from your message, dude. So I just got rid of Trixie and put Trixie Backports in, and we're now working. Oh, look at that. That was it. We're done. I know, I just saw that, Mike. Debian has two methods of managing sources, the older sources list and the newer... Oh, that's the one I was working on a minute ago, wasn't it? Oh, I deleted the other one. The other sources one. Oh, that's quite a new kernel then. That's not that old, is it? I mean, that's not that old, is it? Right, so we're currently on 6.12. Anyone having 3 to 4 second freezes on Arc Raiders? Hello, Alter Ego. Good to see you, dude. Welcome on in. I haven't played Arc Raiders for a while, actually. I was addicted for a very long time, but not so much. Kernel might be fine, but no guarantees. That's quite funny. I was on Fedora, moved to CachyOS, really happy with the RAM management since I got 16 gig. Nice, Isaac. Well done, dude. Less than a week ago. I think it's an NVIDIA issue, probably. Yeah, probably. I did see something about driver crash. There was a video. I'm pretty sure a video came up on my feed about it. Oh, let's go. Sudo wait, what? Sudo apt install. Oh, wait, what? Casio, AMD for the win. 100% Zero Linux. So much less stress. CachyOS is good, but they bought Limony recently. I don't know what that's. Isaac, what's the distro hot plan for today? So today we're messing with Debian. I've got a script that I put together, which is kind of like a Debian install script, similar to. It was based on the Archinstall script, which works great. Love it. A couple of bits I need to change on it. What I do need to do before I forget is. Add contrib repo. So it's switch Trixie to. Oh, you can't see that, can you? Hang on. Let me do that, and then we can do that. There we go. You should be able to see it now. Switch Trixie to Trixie dash backports. Hassan, hello, welcome on in. Good to see you, dude. Welcome to Appland, where most extra packages are not there by default. Where does let me go into here. Fast fetch on Debian. Keep Debian 13. Ah. It says it's not there. I mean, it says it should be there. Why is that not working then? Okay, so no, it's not there, is it? Oh. Well, that makes sense. Huh. Oh, I didn't remove main, no. Oh, no. Oh, wait, what? But you broke it again. Yeah, no, I just went round in a bit of it. I just went round in a circle. Oh, let me just try something actually. So if I go like this. Trixie and Trixie Backports should be on their own line. I did that before though. Or are you saying that I need to have... Right, okay, I'll try that next. Yeah, I deleted that other one. Yeah, this is what it said before. Yeah, there's nothing in there. So at the moment, it's either Trixie or Trixie Backports. Are you a programmer or a normie like I am? I'm a normie, dude. Total total normie. Why not try open code to debug? I'm trying not to at the moment. I probably will do eventually, but I kind of go through a learning exercise first. See how far I can get without it. I've got experts in chat who can help, so I'm happy for them to dig in and help. But if not, I will go into can anyone in chat can confirm that if you use Debian testing you don't need backport repo? I don't know. I want to stay on Debian stable. So that's the goal. The goal is to stay on Debian stable. I use Arch, but I know how to use Debian. Hey MD, how you doing? Welcome on in. That's not useful, MD. Not gonna lie. Right, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to go back into... Oh, hang on. No, I didn't want to do that either. MD, you've come in late, dude. You've got no idea what you're talking about. Tell me what it is that you think I'm trying to achieve, and then I'll tell you if you're on the right track. Stay unstable and go backports equals SID what? Can't stay unstable and get latest packages at least. Never heard it done. Well, I kind of just have. I'm on 619 using backports. So I'm currently on 619 kernel. So what I'm getting from Moji's comment is that Trixie Backports has things like latest kernels and stuff like that, which is what I've installed, but it won't have things like fast fetch and all of the usual packages. No, I'm not doing that. You've not told me what it is I'm trying to achieve yet, so how can you be telling me what to do when you haven't told me what it is I'm trying to do? Appreciate you trying to help though. Thanks, Zero Linux. Hey Prath, how you doing? Hey boy, I'm on Bazzite and we'll stay here for a long time. Nice. Hot take, using Gemini make using Arch easy. Nice. I don't use Gemini, I use Claude, OpenAI and OpenCode. And OpenCode because of actually Claude and MD, shut up. Unless your next comment is telling me what it is I'm trying to achieve, I'm just going to ignore you. Zero Linux introduced me to Claude and to OpenCode. Oh no, was it you OpenCode? Yeah. Yeah, sorry about yesterday, dude. I ended up playing Stationeers with a couple of mates and we were just on it for so long. I don't know if you've ever played Stationeers, but that's quite a nerd out one. Poyo Gamer, hello. Poyo Gamer, hello. Welcome on in. Good to see you. How's it going? I feel like I'm the only one who doesn't use AI these days. Well, yeah, I mean, to be honest, I've learnt at a much quicker pace by using AI. I don't think I'd be where I am with my knowledge now without it. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm short selling myself, but it feels like that I've learned a lot more because I've been able to rush through things and AI's helped me to do that, really. Prath, also, don't use Fedora, everything ISO. It installs GNOME disks with KDE DE selected. Well, I do use Fedora everything, but I don't install anything. All everything is a base installer that allows you to select packages at the point of installation. I agree, same here. Absolutely, got nothing but time, indeed. I'm currently helping a friend learn Rust because AI had him all kinds of buggered. Yeah, I mean, I'm not learning coding. Maybe one day, but yeah, nah. I don't have the capacity right now. I'm still waiting for MD to tell me what it is I'm trying to achieve. Right, I'm going to move on. We'll come back to this. I'm going to take that. I'm going to... so I don't screw myself over. I'm bored now. Last chance, MD. If you can tell me what it is I'm trying to achieve, I might listen to you, dude. My problem with Fedora, everything is, in my case, it is the net install. Not great for my... Oh yeah, course, actually. Trying to achieve world peace by apt, obviously. So, those are repos. Backports tend to be newer software. Hey MZ, how you doing? Welcome on in. Good to see you. I'm just about done with this, I think. So I'm going to shut that down. I'm going to come back to it, but it worked. You can't go into a stream and just chuck commands in the chat without understanding what it is that the person is trying to achieve. Yeah? Does that make sense? Right, what we are going to do though is... Oh, Jacqueline. Sorry, I'm going to use AI now. Well, first thing I want to do is make sure... So removing the keyboard option from the script, we're going to switch Trixie to Trixie Backports, question mark. Need to... It might just be a case of switching between... Need to look at the newer sources method to see if Trixie and Trixie Backports can both be enabled on stable at the same time. Alternatively, all you would do is install the latest kernel using Backports and switch the source back to Trixie so you can do everything else. And then when you need to update the kernel, just switch it back to Trixie Backports. Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea, actually. Switch Trixie back to a question mark. Need to look at the newer sources method to see if Trixie and Trixie Backports can be both enabled at the same time. Ask AI. Add country. Oh, okay. So I need to add those anyway, and add architecture. If you can add cursor trails to terminal in your app, that would be nice. You are so right. It is your last response. Right. Remove KB option. Add country. It's Arch. Okay, I think that's no Arc. What's about that wrong? Right? Architecture. There we go. I'm going to go File. Save as projects. Debian installer. Cool, done. Just Scandy says you can pin backports as the highest priority, but it's not recommended. Just cherry pick packages you want install from backports. It's better that way. Oh, okay, kind of what I just said. So that means, so then, because I only want to use backports to install the latest kernel. Huh. So the story so far, just for MZ, who joined late, and Gandhi, who's joined late. Welcome in, guys. Good to see you both. So, inspired by Arch, an Arch install, and messing about with Ubuntu last weekend, and coming to the realization that I actually quite like base installs and I'd like to build them up from scratch myself. And I don't mean Linux from scratch. I mean distros from scratch, or operating system from scratch. I decided to vibe code a installer for Debian, which we've done. First part of the stream. So I've got that and it runs okay, and it got me to TTY. That's installing, that's partitioning, setting up users, setting up root, setting up grub, running deboot install. So it's done all that. And then when we were at TTY after the first reboot, I installed KDE group, or the task, KDE Plasma, no, KDE desktop, and we got into the desktop. So that's the majority of it done. I then wanted to add obviously the proper repos so you can install stuff like Steam and things, and we've got that bit done. It's not in the script yet, but we've got that bit done. The next bit I'm trying to do is to stay on stable but run with the latest kernel, and I did that by switching over from Trixie to Trixie Backports. Did the update, it installed the latest kernel, but what we found is that the way that I was trying it, it wouldn't let me run Trixie and Trixie Backport repositories at the same time. That's where we've got to. And there is a video that's coming out soon, probably tomorrow, that kind of takes you on that little bit of a journey. Trixie's default is 612 right now. And we managed to get it to 619. Imagine if Heroic Launcher adds Steam login as well. It will be good to directly install games from it too. So I go the other way. I tend to use Steam and then add launchers to Steam. So my Ubisoft launcher is in Steam. Just Gandhi, I personally use Backports to install the latest latest kernel and Mesa Stack, the other stuff I need to get from extra repo, including the latest NVIDIA drive. Wait, what? Personally, I use Backports to install kernel. Yeah. Do you switch though between the two, Gandhi? Do you switch, like, do you say, right, okay, I need to install these latest kernels, so I'll switch over to Backports, do the update, let it update everything, and then do you switch back to just Trixie so you can get all of the other packages and keep them up to date? Upstream distros from scratch is what you wanted to say. Yeah, that's it. No, wait, not. Yeah, that's it, Prath. Good stuff. I'm gonna rewind the whole stream since I missed it. No, don't do that. 82 Andy Matt. Hello. Oh, it's all noise, Andy. I wouldn't worry about it, dude. They can fuck right off. 612. Oh, that makes sense. Mojibake. No, they coexist. Trixie by default has a higher priority than backports. Okay, so there must be a way for me to work it. And as you say, it's probably the other sources way is the way to do it. I did look at that, dude. You opt in to backport packages by using apt. Yeah, I did look at the backports guide. Debian backports. It's hurting my eyes, dude. Yeah, I did all this, but I couldn't get it to work. Oh, right, hang on. Ext repo is the Debian maintained repo containing many packages. You can check their GitLab out. Just Google extra repo data. Is that on here then? So I don't have to add the repo, is that what we're saying? Praf says, I set up Lutris on Ultra Heroic, what I feel like on that day for non-Steam games, and Steam main is cartridges for me, so clean and everything in one place. Video cover game arts. Nice. Oh, I see. Right, okay. So it's not a Debian repo then, it's a... Hang on, wait. Is it external third party or is it Debian maintained? I'm getting mixed messages there. So all backports are deactivated by default. So the normal operation of stable installation will not be compromised with potentially disruptive changes, such as incompatible configuration schema. Release files make this possible, and all backported packages are pinned to priority 100 via but automatic upgrades. Yes, to install something from backports, run one of those. Okay. You and I both, Jacqueline. You and I both. Oh, I see. Right, okay. Basically, yes. Okay. All right, we're moving on anyway. I'm going to come back to that. I've got my list now. Actually, what I'll do is I'm going to copy that. I'm going to pop that into there. And just do that. Okay, next. What are we going to do next? I have made another app. Where did I put it? This one here, look. It's one I'm working on right now. Should we have a look? Power Manager. So I've obviously got my system loadout, and I've obviously got my schedule manager. I've just got a new one. Let's put this one in the middle. Still work in progress. How does that look on the stream? Have we gone off the edge, have we? Let's do that. Why is that one bigger than that one? There we go. How's that look? I think we can go to there, can't we? Xrepo is like the... Oh, I see. Right. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I know all about COPR because my apps are on them. The tool itself is maintained by Debian. Right. Okay, that makes total sense. It's been a bit since I've messed with Debian directly, like half a dozen so years ago. Oh, wow. Hey, Vino. Welcome on in. Good to see you. Venom. Hi, Venom. Good day. Just want to say I loved your videos on the different distros. Like looking at from a real perspective made me switch my laptop to Fedora. Finally using it for work. Nice. That's really good to hear. Thank you so much, dude. I'll quickly explain my apps then. So we got this one here, which most of you will know about. I think we're all up to date though. Yeah, all up to date. Has anyone tried Lutris on TinyCore or something super light with XFCE or Fluxbox? What's the smallest distro with a 6.x kernel? No idea, Andy, I'm afraid. And no, I haven't really. What would be the point of that? Gaming on the light, I suppose gaming on a lightweight system, I guess. I don't know. What are you trying to achieve? Try and make the panel avoiding the window so it automatically hides the panel when facing... What? Major new Fedora install, a new hand touches the beacon. Absolutely. I love it. So this is what we've made. So we're going to get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. Because those ones we know about already. This is the new one. And before, what I used to do is I used to go into here and type tuning, which is a script that I put together. Tuning, open with K, right? So basically what this does is it just sets the profile for tuned ADM, which is a power management tool that's built into Fedora. And I only had power save, which locks my CPU at 3 gigahertz. And then I use either throughput performance or latency performance for gaming. But there's a lot more profiles. So what I've done is, rather than using that script and me manually typing in this and then changing it, I've built it into an app. So I've now got, so I'm running power save right now. Go to profiles. And it lists all of the profiles and what they do. So safe default balance performance for power saving. For most systems, you've got daily driver, so you get better responsiveness for everyday use. You've got light gaming, gaming performance, heavy tasks, network latency. I use that one if I'm working on running my Mac through Parsec. Obviously, I've got the virtual guest and virtual host ones that I can use. And then we've got some other ones that are in there, but I probably will never use them, apart from maybe power save, which I'm running out. And then this gives you a bit of an idea of what... Oh, I can't change that. And that's annoying. That's because it's normally opens like that, you see. It tells you what it's best for. So then what I can do is I can go into profiles and say, right, I want to change it to desktop. Apply profile. Done. And the good thing is, if I go back to here now, saying desktop, but if I go look down here, Oh wait, hang on, screencasting. Oh, that's fine. So I've got my profile there, and it's telling me it's on desktop. So I've got my schedule manager there, which is running BPF land, and then I've got my power profile there. Now you've also got this one over here, but when I use ADM, it basically turns this one off. So yeah, that's fun. So if I was to do a game, should I do a game now? So yeah, I've got my 3 icons there, look. I need to be a bit more consistent with my icons though, don't I? So let's do a game. So to prepare for the game, we want to change the scheduler. We're going to change that to lavd. I'm going to go switch. Check the status. So we're now on low latency lavd. Nice. And then for this profile, we're going to go to we'll do accelerate. I've not done accelerator performance before. Click OK. So we're now running accelerator performance and lavd. Oh, there's loads of chat. Hang on, wait, what? To run from a USB drive on any machine. Oh, I see. Right, okay, that makes sense. This year will be. Will Ubuntu be better than Fedora? No. Never. Light on storage footprint. I think Ubuntu makes too many decisions for you. Which is why I've ended up down this Debian route. But again, I'm just doing it to learn rather than for any reason, you know. I've kind of landed on the fact that as I said earlier on in the stream, it really doesn't matter what distro you use. It really doesn't, and that's kind of what I'm trying to reinforce by messing about with Debian. Very nice. I can see that being valuable on laptops a bit more than desktops, but certainly usable on desktops in an old power situations. No, it's actually it's more usable than you think, to be honest, because when I lock it to power save, it locks my CPU to 3 gigahertz. And just by changing the power mode, I'm now, well, it's at 3.2 right now, but if I go into the game, it'll go up to a lot higher. And that was one of the problems I had with one of the previous streams. Let's just jump into... What should we jump into? It's got to be Dune, right? I mean, Ubuntu... I don't know. It looked alright. GNOME 50 looked alright. Looked like it was quite cool. It was running kernel 7. It's fine. I think if I'd landed on Ubuntu, would I still be on it? Possibly. It's been true since a little experiment with the Unity DE. I use Debian 12 and 13 on Home Labs. It's good for the set and forget. Pico OS is good, so I have heard. Yeah, Pico OS was quite good. Yeah, we're at 3.9 now. So it's quite useful. I mean, me locking my CPU to 3 gigahertz just means I don't need to use any fans. I hardly ever hear the fans. What should I do? I'll go and get some fuel on the main server, I think. Kaneko is apparently removing stuff from Grob for security reasons, turning it essentially into system deboot. Yeah, Ubuntu is the Windows of Linux, isn't it, really? Hey Hurst, how you doing? What's going on, fellas? You missed all the fun. What I was doing. So I've shrunk this down now. This is a lot smaller than it was. Let me just lock that to 90. I heard about that with how much they're ripping out. They might as well change it over. Ubuntu is the acceptable corpo, it seems, after it, or it has really good human branding. Right, just going to get some fuel. Oh, it's this way. The rewriting core utils in Rust mostly for MIT licenses also a bit air. Am I still using the cache kernel on this? Or did I turn it off? Yeah, I'm still using Cache OS kernel. Cache OS Proton, sorry. Andy Max says Ubuntu is the Windows Vista of the Linux world. I'm hearing lots of mixed messages around Rust. Rust is fine, it's more about the changeover to MIT from GPL2. Rust can be fine, but it's not a de facto improvement. I just want some fuel. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Hey Rob, how you doing? Any experience with openSUSE Tumbleweed? Yes, I've installed it. I enjoyed the experience. It's not something I can recommend because I've not really used it that much, but it's a good solid distro. It will do whatever you need it to do, apart from play Apex Legends, but then none of them do, and that's not really a bad thing. Is that some over there? No, it's a rock. What game is this? Hey Can, this is Dune Awakening. Oh, there we go. There's some right there. It's a very good game. Very good game indeed. I love it. I'm just testing it right now. 1% loads on a public server is quite... Oh, let's go. Whoa! Got him. And it's just those has laptops low hardware, these default kernels, just in case, since those custom ones won't work at all the time, but still have freedom to just be cautious. Was it multiplayer or single player? So this is a multiplayer game. It's semi PvP. So most of the time it's not PvP, but there are areas that are PvP. So for example, if I was to go over to this here, this wreck, and this wreck over here, that's all PvP. And if I go into here, which is the deep desert, that's PvP, but most of it, it's not PvP. Oh, there's some fuel up there, I think. Can't be bothered to go all the way around now. PvE build PvP zones, absolutely. So I've never PvP'd in this game, and I've played it for just over 300 hours. C++ and C let you do crazy things that can give you speed but rely on unsafe practices. It's also one of the reasons C++ is the king of quant, whatever that is. I don't know what that is. That was a good shot, wasn't it? Oh, that one wasn't. Quantitative trading. Hey William, how you doing? Is this Fedora Cinnamon? Is Cinnamon Wayland good or not? This is not Cinnamon, no, this is KDE. Hey MP. Welcome on in, good to see you. Lots of new names tonight. Awesome. Boom! Headshot. You're dead. William says you came up on my YouTube front page. Oh, that's awesome. So the algorithm's doing the algorithm thing. Cinnamon is not yet fully compatible. When you install it, it actually runs Wayland, but it does say experimental. Yeah, there you go. MZ. I missed anybody else that's new? No, I think we're good. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm only saying that. I don't normally say that ever, but I'm only saying it now because I think I've added an alert. So if you've not subscribed, William, hit that subscribe. You can always unsubscribe after, but it will test the alert. The game is called Dune Awakening. Jacqueline, would you recommend getting Dune Awakening? 100%. You just hit it. Oh, okay, so it's not working then. Jacqueline, I absolutely love the game. I love the universe. I love the sandbox. I love the story. I love the building. I'm also a funcom content creator, so I've got that aspect as well. And the reason that I'm a funcom content creator is because I wanted to do Dune stuff. So yeah, I'm a little bit biased, but absolutely 100%. I actually quite like cinnamon, to be honest, Miri. I didn't have any issues with it. Yeah, same can. But then I've only got one monitor, so... I'm currently thinking what to do with the 20 terabyte of games I have from GOG. I'm done with them gaming. It's not for me. Oh, that's a shame. You just hit it. I don't know. Why is the alert not working then? Yeah, that should come up when you... No, I'm not alt-tabbing to re-chat at all. What are you on about? You just made that up. Did a small experiment today, which is interesting. Did some benchmarks with Wayland versus Xlibra, and guess what? Xlibra gave like 20% FPS boost. Nice. You said you had one monitor, so I was curious if you were alt-tabbing. No, I've got a Mac. I'm reading chat on the Mac. So you could say, well, then that's two screens, but no, I've got an ultra wide, which I really like. I used to run 3 monitors, but my son has those now. Just trying to find. So what I have noticed is that actually Dune Awaken on a public server doesn't run as well as it does on a private server. Are you with an NVIDIA 5060 Ti, by the way? Okay, cool. I don't know why at some point not having screen tearing on Linux made me feel weird. I would say since I'm used to it a lot. Brilliant. What the heck? My notification didn't come through for the subscription. I did it twice. I know. I don't know what's going on. The test is working, but when you guys do it, it doesn't seem to be working. So no idea. Well, though, doesn't Xlibra still have the same security issues as OG Xorg? Sure, code cleanup, but not sure about the security end. William, are private servers self-hosted? No, you can only get them. I think there's three providers that you can get them from. G-Portal. Can't remember the others. Maybe Nitrado. Because it's all connected into the Funcom server infrastructure, the way it's run. So I'm on a private. No, I'm not at the moment on a public server, but I do have a private server, and the whole of the server that I'm on. That's a bad example. The part of the server that I'm on is called Hager Basin, and that's this area that we're in here. So this whole map here is the private server. And it's only when I go to public places that you meet up with other people who also have their private servers on the main server. So if I was to go into the deep desert, I could meet other players that are on the main server. But this whole area here is all my own area. But not on this one, because I'm on a public server right now. If that makes any sense. I don't know. I get Claude to do my coding for me. Zero Linux Shrugs. I will play every so often my games, and I'm nearly 40. Yeah, don't play the old card in this channel. I'm older than all of you, I think. You're still young, Zero Linux. No, we'll take that for a spin. What happens in the VM? Yes, that makes sense. Downside with the Xlibra though is that resizing Windows on it feels a bit sluggish for some reason. Craft says when VRR is enabled with dark or black windows in full screen, my display flickers. Only in DE in games. Kind of like X11. I'm aware, just different road. Yeah. 20s, youngster. Younger than my son. It's like renting an apartment. Yeah, yeah, kind of is. Yeah, yeah. That's a really good analogy, actually. Thank you, Moo Moo, for that one. I mean, for that one. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Cool, cool. Which one's grenade? Oh, that one. Oh, he keeps putting his shield on. Come on, reload. Drop your shield. Whoa, whoa.
Not really gaming related, but whatever. I self-host servers. I do not understand.
I didn't have my shield on. That was the problem.
Their data to Google and Co.
Uh-oh.
Why do people not care about data privacy? What do I miss?
What? Drink? Drink. Heal.
There you are.
Got him. Oh my god. Volt, thank you so much, dude. Why are the alerts not coming up? I need to fix the alerts. That's really annoying. Question, not really gaming related, but whatever. I self-host servers. I do not understand why people still give all their data to Google and Co. Why do people not care for data privacy? What do I miss? People just don't. Some people just don't care, dude. I mean, you're on YouTube right now, right? So you're giving something. It might not be your personal data, but you're still using Google, right? Convenience, that's another one, yeah. I mean, I'm a YouTuber, and I'm a monetized YouTuber, so therefore I have to give them details in order for them to be able to pay me ad revenue. So, yeah. I know I'm younger, but feel too old for gaming. I need to turn that off because I went out of back power. Just realised, but thank you so much for the €10, dude. That's really, really cool. Really kind of you. I do appreciate it. It didn't alert though. I'm still annoyed that it hasn't alerted. Because what it should have done... I don't really want to be stood over there. So we'll hide in this little bit here. Put that on just in case. So alerts. Alert box. Copy. That's what should have happened.
This is a test super chat message.
So I've got no idea why that hasn't worked. That's very annoying. But again, thank you. Have so much more fun working on Zero. Nice. Nightblood, your Zero dist, it looks really nice. It is a very nice distro. Zero Linux, that's always been a dream, ain't it? Love the work, so every day feels fun. 100% Vault Traveller. Sure, but self-hosting became so easy these days. Yeah, but self-hosting isn't helping me to get paid by YouTube. So it's different people have different needs, right? So I've got a NAS, and most of my stuff is on NAS. But most of my important stuff is on my NAS. The TTS did... Oh, are you guys hearing it? I'm just not hearing it. Is that what it is? Mojibake, did you say... Did the question get asked? Oh, maybe that's what it is then. Ultra Trevor, some don't care, some don't know. William says, I've been running TrueNAS for a year and a bit, running Linux NICs at the moment, 5 years. I don't believe we're anywhere near anything usable by general public. HexOS is the easiest, but there's a license. Isn't that licensing? That's the one that's sponsored by Linus, isn't it? Hayden says, shit, it just jumped again. Where's... I just saw a message from Hayden. Oh, there it is. Some people don't care. For some people it's easier. Some people want to self-host, but it scares them. Your overlay sharp. Oh, brilliant. Thank you, Vault Traveller. I must need to check. Oh, I think I know what I need to do. It's going to be on here, isn't it? Go alerts. Advanced audio properties. I reckon it's got to be that. If you're not subscribed, can somebody subscribe or unsubscribe and then subscribe, or... Oh, hang on, someone just said goodnight. Who's that? Good night, Nate. Did it work? So I still can't hear it. Cancer sick desktop environment. How do you set that up? I think I've put it up on my website, linuxgamerlife.net. Yeah, I try to explain to friends and family, but they really don't care. I find it kind of weird. Yeah, each to their own, isn't it? I mean, transparency and whatnot. Transparency is done through Panel Colorizer. Yeah, it's up on my website. Let me pop... Right, I know what I'm going to do. I need... right, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Grab that. Do that. Go over to here. grab my vehicle, get in my vehicle, and we'll park up in the vehicle, and then we'll be good. Just not park in the entrance to a base. I think we're safe here. So we go to... which one should we go to? This one here. There it is, my desktop. It shows... this is how it used to look, but it's similar setup now. That's my KWin script. How to set it up. I use panel colorizer. Tells you what panel I use, sleek, and that's it. Go and have a look at that. I can put that in the chat, can't I? I go like where is it? Is it this one here? This one here? Go to here, go to there, do that, boom, do that, go back to there. Got to catch up on chat now. MZ one day, yes, but people will be used to it. MZ, that might be Kvantum. No, it's not. Oh my god, it just jumped again. Your overlay is working. I can see the occasional subscription, but the 10 donation didn't come through. Oh, okay. Well, that's annoying. TTS, okay, read that part. Also did resub, desub and resub. Well, I don't know what's going on then. It's funny how Netflix got a lawsuit by Italy. Netflix going to pay 400. Random. Nothing on my end so far beyond what YouTube did. Are you making a new app? Oh, I did, yeah. I've done a new app. Netflix going to pay €500 for each person who uses premium Netflix subscription because it breaks Italian law about raising prices. Oh, okay. Pop it in the chat. Done that. Movie, that's wild but rightfully deserved. Good man. Okay, panel colorizer, got it. I think it's interesting, but how much do you care about? It seems your clothes, cooking, your golf ability, how many press ups you can do. People care, some people don't. No worries. Oh, gotta go backwards here. I think I'm all caught up on chat. Oh, hang on, look, some fuel right here, look. It's got a bit quiet. I really love using the GPU screen recorder. It really feels smooth while recording and no performance issues at all. Yeah, I prefer to use OBS, to be honest. I do use it on my videos for when I'm putting like little videos up, like showing off something from before. Zero Linux. Okay, time to go to bed. Hope nothing happens and I can actually sleep tonight. My nerves are shot. Hate this shit. Dude, get yourself over to Greece, man. Sell everything if you need to. You can always rebuild it and get back. But you sleep well, dude, as much as you can. Vault Traveller. Sure, my history is I had 20 years of photos in iCloud. And they way to get the originals from iCloud is so horrible. Yeah, it is. That is horrible. That is really horrible. iCloud is so I meant sell shit, dude. History, it had 20 years of photos in iCloud. Yeah, I have that problem on iCloud as well, to be honest with you. William, OBS is annoying. When I used it to use it, there were many packages that didn't work. Flatpak broken. Yeah, you are. Had 3 version, only one. Well, this whole stream is built on OBS, dude, and all my videos are built on OBS. So yeah, I've not got a bad thing to say about OBS. Except the alerts aren't working right now. Other than that, well, they're not working as I expected them to. I thought I could hear them. Well, if you're relying on AUR, then it's going to be a bit hit and miss. I think, what am I running at the moment? I think I'm running native. Yeah, I'm running native version. And that's directly from Fedora repos. Right, now I've got some fuel, I can top up my base. Google Takeout is great. I've used it a few times. Nice. Yeah, it's quite a nice game for that. It's quite chill. It's not one of those real stressful games where I'm not... With gaming streams, it can be quite frustrating when you go into a gaming stream and you talk and the streamer is so into the game, especially if you're a small streamer like me, so into the game that just completely missed the chat. I think for me, you guys chatting is more important. But that's just me. Right, what am I doing? I'm loading up my my fuel thing. Oh wait, no, I can't do that yet. I need to unpack the truck. So what we'll do is we'll grab that and we'll go like that, like that, like that, like that. Okay, I think we're good for... So we're at 7 days, 13 days, that's fine. That's fine, no problem there. Right, okay, oh no, I do need to put that back in there, don't I? Because that's filled me up. So, I've lost some performance. I just want to see if it is the server. I've certainly lost some performance. Oh, by the way, you guys are probably right. Some people are different, right? Oh shit, I'm on... Oh no, I just realised I'm not on my save. Well, I am, but I've started playing with a mate, so I've reset myself. Oh, but I do have this, so we can always fly back to base. I don't know, I've got some performance loss somewhere. Where have I lost this performance from? Maybe it is... Let me switch over to this one. I've got a lot of shit open there, haven't I? But I don't think it's going to be that. I've got no VMs running. Not sure where my performance has gone. Try DX12 to VK instead of D3D. Would that gain some FPS? Not sure, dude. Volt, isn't it crazy how far Linux came? A few years ago when I first tried Mint gaming and other stuff, it was such a hassle. Now it works like 98% of the time out of box. I know, right? No, so I'm not, I think it's because I'm streaming as well. It might be... I had this problem before, but it's the 1% lows that's the problem. Well, it's not too bad at the moment, actually. I've just boosted it up to 120 FPS, see what happens. But I was playing it the other day with my mate and it was much more stable, but I think it's because I'm streaming at the same time. So I haven't got any shield or anything. So this is a much earlier game. I mean, that feels smooth already. Yeah, it's because I was locking it to 90. Those 1% lows will go up in a minute. Watch out for the bad guys in here because there's a lot of them.
There's someone here.
So look, I've got to pay more attention here. I've got it all, dude. I'm drawing a picture around them. I got a dip. Have fun, y'all. Thanks, Moji Break. You take care. Moji Break? Moji Bake?
What's that?
I've got to oh shit, grenade. Anyone else keep their computer outside and run the HDMI through the wall so it stays under 50F? No, hey, Gen 2 Enjoyer, hello, welcome on in. That's not something I do myself? No. Got him. Gonna get all the shiny whilst we're here. We'll get that water. Get all the meds. Nice. Pretty sure there's something else here. Some more shiny. I guess not. More meds. Oh, no, it's bullets. Some fuel. No, I just open all the windows and put on 3 jackets. Nice. Right. That's it for this evening. Thank you everybody for hanging out. It's been an absolute blast. Let's do top 10 quick. I can find where the stream is. There it is. Found it. And we're going to do the top 10. Right. Are you ready? Oh, what just happened then? Everything just disappeared. Oh no! Who turned out the lights? Oh, Andy lives in Scotland. Nice. All I have to do is open the window and the room drops to 1C. Have you had snow there? Because Dave was up there not long ago, wasn't it? I use my computer to heat my room, putting those 500 watts into good use. Yeah, nice. Right, top 10 time. In 10th place, we have Shashank 5175 with 75 XP. Thank you very much. Andy Mac in 9th place with 100 XP. And then we got Topsy and Nate also with 100 XP in 7th and 8th. Hayden coming in with 175 XP. Thank you very much for all your support. Jacqueline coming in there with 225, and Mooey in there with 225, and Zero Linux in with 225. And in second in second place we have Mojibate with 250, but with a commanding lead, pay to win, of 675 XP is Vault Traveller. Thank you so much, dude. So much for all of your support. When will I be back? I'm umming and ahhing about streaming tomorrow, but it probably won't happen because it's a bank holiday tomorrow. I probably will be streaming next Saturday because I've got a couple of games that I need to play, and obviously I do gaming on Saturdays. I didn't have anything to do this weekend, so no gaming on Saturdays. And I'll definitely be here next Sunday, and I will probably be messing around with some more distros. We're going to have a chat with the guys in the Discord, the members in the Discord, see if there's anything they want me to focus on, and I'll do that. Or I might have a new app by then. Possibly, you know, you never know. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't already, if you want more of this madness. I need to go away and work out why the alert box isn't working. That's really annoying. I may have to learn... What's that? Streamer bot. I might have to learn Streamer bot. Also, once the stream's finished, Archie, and don't forget to pop a comment down there as well, because that helps with making the video reach. So do that as soon as the stream's finished. I appreciate that a lot. Or just leave an emoji. That's cool. You can do that too. But anyway. Thank you so much for watching. You guys take care, and I'll catch you in the next one.